got it right. Covering girls' high school sports all the time. 100% free, 100% live. W7 for the girls all day and night. W7 Productions. From golf, volleyball, it's girls sports in Wisconsin. W7 Productions. Basketball, softball, W7 for the girls.
If you don't know W7, you don't know Notre Dame girls basketball. I'm Samia Pitchka. And I'm Charlie Apple. And W7 is for girls.
I'm gonna soak up the sun.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Got it.
Good evening, W7 Nation. It is sectional semi-final Thursday. We continue the rush to the resh. Just a few blocks away from here, Dom. Notre Dame hasn't traveled very far yet this postseason.
Yeah.
And hopefully they're looking to make the trip, the longest trip of the postseason, down to Oshkosh should they come out on top of this one. We wanted to go early tonight, get a good pregame in because we've been rushed during the regionals, and these two teams deserve a quality pregame. Lots to talk about. They've both come a long way since last year's matchup. We are just about 18 minutes away from national anthem and starting lineups. We'll take a quick break. We will hear from our sponsor, Jolly Good Soda, and the Pat Connaughton Foundation. When we come back, we are going to preview the matchup tonight. The Fox Valley Lutheran Foxes, they come in 22-3 overall, 16-2 in the Northeastern Conference. Meanwhile, the Tritons, 24 wins in a row, Dom. They're 24-1 and 18-0 in FRCC play. We'll take a quick break. For Dom D'Angelo, Connor DuBois, we'll be right back with the pregame. You're watching W7.
What's up, everybody? It's Pat Connaughton. On behalf of myself and my Pat Connaughton Foundation, we want to thank you for tuning in. I started my foundation back in 2016 with the goal of creating access to athletics for the next generation of student athlete, especially in underserved communities. We do this through courts, clinics, and character. We've seen that kids who build habits through sport They learn those translatable life skills that we teach: hard work, teamwork, leadership, accountability, discipline. The list goes on. They set themselves up for success both on and off the court later on in life. We've been fortunate to impact tens of thousands of kids over the last 6 years, and we hope to continue to grow in those 3 areas: courts, clinics, and character, so that we can continue to impact kids throughout the state of Wisconsin and even globally. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your support. And if you care to learn more, please visit our website, www.patconaghtonfoundation.org.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Back here in Ashwaubenon, we are just about a minute and a half away from the teams taking the floor. But tonight's pregame show is brought to you by Jolly Good Soda. First introduced to Wisconsin in 1966, Jolly Good Soda quickly became a cornerstone beverage for get-togethers, cookouts, and more. Today, Jolly Good Soda is widely known for its bold flavors and is enjoyed by both local Wisconsin residents and others all over the U.S., including our great viewers of W7 Nation. Well, Dom, we are all set here. Sectional Semi-Final Thursday. Big matchup on hand. These two teams did battle last year. Ironically, a year ago today, just not too far down the road at Green Bay Southwest, Notre Dame came out on top of that one, 53-16. FVL's got some returners. Notre Dame's got some returners. Going to be an interesting matchup to see how both squads have kind of matured and where they're at this stage in the year.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing that's going to be fun about this matchup, you define the word hot. Both of these teams come in red hot. Tritons, like you said, they haven't lost since opening day. And then for the Foxes, they've won 5 straight. They're playing some great basketball, so definitely going to be a fun one. And we get going in 15 and a half here.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about FVL winning 5 in a row. The lone loss was a 2-point loss to a Freedom squad who's also playing tonight, has a #1 seed in their sectional, and I've got them winning 14 of their last 15, that lone loss against Freedom. And then you go back 16 games, that was another loss to Freedom. That one just as close as well, a 6-point loss. But FEL, they are led by a standout, one of the best shooters in the state, Emily Jaenke. While the teams take the floor, let's head out there and let's see what we got there. So as we talk about FEL and Emily Jaenke, last year in the contest, she was 1 for 13. No, FEL was 1 for 13 from the 3-point line. I don't see that taking place tonight. I expect her to knock down some more shots, and then we'll see what happens if that keeps them in the game, especially in the first half. But Jaenke's a kid that's scoring nearly 18 points per contest. And like I said, one of the best shooters in the state, 82 of 190, good enough for 43.2%. So it'll be interesting to see what the Tritons draw up defensively to hold Emily in check. Now, to go along with Jaenke, they got Alaina Feidt, nearly 13 points per contest, and Lauren Resop, almost 10 points per contest. Lauren Resop, in her own right, 33% behind the 3-point line this year, 35 of 108. So it's not just one shooter this year for the Foxes and Emily Jaenke, but they've got a couple. And Jaenke, Resop, and then Maverick. She doesn't shoot the ball all that often, but when she does, she's pretty dialed in with the bullseyes, 39 of 95, 41%. So it'll be interesting to see here what Coach Rohde, Hall of Fame coach, probably in her own right, draws up to go up against head coach, the Reverend, on the other side. He got over to 300 wins earlier this year, so it'll be interesting to watch these two go battle back and forth all night.
Yeah, absolutely. You're talking about all those numbers. The best kind of attack is a balanced attack. And you look up and down this roster, I mean, they got several players in double figures, and they really share it really well. You talk about Jaenke, she had 27 in their last game against West De Pere, so she's definitely going to be the focal point. Expect a lot of Sydney Whitehouse, a Defensive Player of the Year, on her a lot. But you got to account for everyone on this team because everyone can handle it and everyone can shoot it.
Well, and we saw Notre Dame getting a little bit of foul trouble well, you weren't there last game, so you didn't see that, unless you were watching the broadcast.
I was paying attention.
You would have saw that. But Gresh got in a little bit of foul trouble. That allowed the Tritons to dip into their bench a little bit. And so from there, if that happens again here tonight, I don't know how much depth the Tritons have inside. They did get Grayson back, and they do have, obviously you mentioned Whitehouse, the battle inside. But if Whitehouse or Gresh get in early foul trouble, can Grayson lock things down on the inside against the likes of Jaenke inside and a Alaina Feidt that likes to go down low and control the blocks?
Yeah, absolutely. In the first 2 games that have been played by the Tritons, they went pretty deep on the bench. Maybe that's because of the lead that they were able to surmount in those games. So it's going to be interesting to kind of see the shortened rotations. Normally you get deeper into the season, minutes kind of tighten up for certain players coming off of the bench. So the rotation for the Tritons defensively is going to be really interesting to watch in this game.
What do you talk about that? Notre Dame's not been one historically to go deep into the bench, especially in the first half. In the last 2 games, they've gone 9 deep in that first half. So falling on experience from last year in the sectional final against Beaver Dam when they had to go 7 or 8 deep. Maybe Coach Rohde is getting some of those young guns ready to go for this sectional semifinal round. Hey, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more on the Notre Dame Tritons. We're just about 11 minutes away from National Anthem starting lineups. You're watching the Jolly Good Soda pregame, brought to you by Jolly Good Soda. They put the pop in Wisconsin.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Triton pregame. Back here in Ashwaubenon, 10 minutes away from National Anthem and starting lineups. Let's get into a little bit of the Notre Dame preview. Right away, Julie Van Pay checking in. She says, "Go Tritons." So that's what let's cover up our ugly mugs there, Don. That's good. But that's what we want. This is an interactive broadcast. We will try to pop up the comments as we go along. But speaking of the Tritons, we talked about a balanced scoring attack out of FEL. The Tritons, they'll go 9 deep in the first half potentially, but they're starting 5 all in double figures.
Yeah, and it's really impressive to watch how well they share it. And I think that starts with their leader, Trista Feidt, all-time assist leader. She's not afraid to share it, and she puts those passes in perfect spots for her guys to catch it, have an easy open shot. So that's definitely going to be something, because we know the Tritons, they love to run in transition. Can they get some easy ones early in this game to try to take some of that pressure off maybe some of these young players coming into this game?
You know, you mentioned Sydney Whitehouse when we were talking about FEL and locking down the likes of maybe Emily Jaenke or a Lauren Reesop. Surprised me when I was looking back at the numbers. Just 13 points in the regional round, but it was the defense that really kind of spurred it, right? It's kind of the unsung points, the stats that don't show up in the book at the end of the game. I would look for Sydney Whitehouse to have a breakout performance here tonight. Yeah. If I was a betting man, because I know Rev, he's going to come in. He's going to be looking at shutting down Gresh. He's going to be looking at shutting down Feidt, and that's going to leave the likes of Whitehouse, Barrington, and even P-Money, Peyton Musial, open and opportunities to score the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that when you look at those 3 players in particular, they have to really step up in this game. Everyone knows coming into this game, Feidt and Gresh are the 2 main players that you got to account for on the defensive end when you're down there. But I really think that the breakout player of this game is going to be Peyton Musial, because she has to in order to provide some scoring. Because Barrington, she had a great game in their last one.
22.
Against 22, yeah.
Yep.
And then in their first game against Plymouth, she had 16 points. And like that's that senior leadership that she's going to have to show in this game, get some easy buckets and really take some of the pressure off of Peyton Musial so she doesn't feel like she's doing it by herself, because to your point about Whitehouse, only 13 points. We know she can fill it up when she needs to, but defensively, that's where her focus and energy is going to be putting against Emily Jaenke. So Peyton Musial and Hope Barrington have to step up for the Tritons to win this game.
100%, I agree with you, Dom. Stick with us. We're about 7.5 minutes away from national anthem and starting lineups. As we go through the night and as this game allows, we're going to look in on some other games going on across the state. Of course, notably, the Grafton-Cedarburg game. That one, all the games tonight tip off at 7, so they're all going to be right in about the same time frame. We will try to take a quick live look in at Grafton and Cedarburg, maybe around halftime, see where that thing's at, and see where the winner of this one, who they're going to face up against. We're under 7 to go here in warm-ups. We'll take a quick break. You're watching the Jolly Good Soda pregame show, brought to you by Jolly Good Soda.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin. The top girls basketball teams in the state will be assembled at the 47th annual WIAA State Girls Basketball Tournament, which runs March 9th through the 11th at the Resch Center in Green Bay. Take part in the true magic of a march by accessing the WIAA website and clicking on the tickets link at the top of the page. To order your State Girls Basketball Tournament tickets now at WIAAWI.org. We're just about all set for tip-off, and Jolly Good Soda reminds you it's time to crack open the good times and savor the magic of tournament basketball with your favorite flavor of Jolly Good Soda. When we come back, we'll have the national anthem starting lineups. But first, a message from Jolly Good Soda. This will wrap up the Jolly Good Soda pregame show. WIAA Sectional Girls Basketball coming up next.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
For tonight's sectional semi-final game featuring the Notre Dame Tritons and the Lutheran. The WIAA game at Connaughton High School is sponsored by student athletes, coaches, and spectators as education-based sporting events. Your cooperation in demonstrating your high ideals and sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. Good luck to both teams this evening. To honor America and those defending our freedom, we humbly ask that you stand if you are able for the singing of our national anthem by Notre Dame Academy senior Alaina Feidt.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleam?
All right, Dom, we're all set. We're underway. Let me kill that. We don't need to listen to the stadium noise. All right, opening tip there, won by the Fox Valley Lutheran Foxes. I'll hand it over to you, Dom, with the play-by-play.
There's a corner three off, out of bounds, early loose ball. It'll stay with the Foxes. Lauren Movrick got up that first three, so we talked about three-point shooting in the open. Already the first shot of the night was a three, a bit off.
Get us dialed in there a little bit closer.
Inbound goes to Alaina Feidt. Over in the corner is Lauren Rysop. They go inside. Jaenke kicks it out. Or Yankees, that's my bad there. There's a foul.
Well, that's going to be an early foul. That's going to be tough if it goes on. It's going to be Gresh or Feidt.
See who they call it on. It's going to go against, I believe, Gracie Gresh. So her first foul, one to keep an eye on there.
Athletic Director Matt Koenig stopping by, giving us the old fist bump.
First free throw from Feidt was off. So Matt and Anthony, both heads of the athletic department at Notre Dame, both here in attendance tonight. Second free throw was off as well.
Well, glad they both can attend after a busy weekend last weekend, and we got a busy weekend coming up here for the Tritons.
Absolutely. It's a hockey game down in Madison tomorrow morning. There's a three from Barrington off. Offensive rebound from Whitehouse, already making her presence known. Barrington with the drive, stops. Bounce pass into Musial. She'll go up and she's fouled. So they'll trade free throws each way. It's going to go against Alaina Feidt. That's her first. So Gresh with one, Feidt with one early. Peyton Musial at the free throw line. Pretty pure on that first one.
Well, it's one of those things, Dom. You're going up against the Tritons. If you get free trips to the free throw line, you've got to capitalize. And the exchange on opening possessions goes in favor of the Tritons, 1-0.
Yeah, they don't give up easy points very often, so you got to take advantage when you do have them. Here's Emily Jaenke in the corner. She's going to drive it. Stops in the lane, scoops it up, right hand. Couldn't get the spinning layup to go down. Feidt knocked it away. Here comes Whitehouse in the transition. There's a herd of Foxes around her. Feidt on the back cut with the finish. So Feidt with the first field goal. Musial with the steal and the easy finish. 5-0 early. Here's that press that has become a Notre Dame staple under Sarah Rohde and has caused a lot of 10-second calls, and pretty close to one there. Grace Meyer has it in the front court. They go inside, Feidt inside, couldn't finish, gets her own miss, kicks it back out. Jaenke pull-up jumper in the lane. Rebound takes a bounce, Feidt has got it. Pretty fast pace early in this game.
Well, Tritons will do that to you. They'll speed you up with that full court pressure.
Barrington left alone for three. Couldn't make him pay. Feidt with another rebound. Rysop almost got stuck. Did a good job getting out of that double team. Ulrich's thought about a three. Instead, tried to thread the needle and be out of bounds. Stays with the Foxes.
15:23 left to go in the opening half clock here at Ashwaubenon. Sectional semifinal action. Fox Valley Lutheran Foxes against Green Bay Notre Dame Tritons. Dom D'Angelo on the play-by-play, and I'm just along for the ride.
Here's Jaenke and Whitehouse. You can think that they'll be dancing a lot all night. Top scorer against top defender. Rysop's going to tee up a deep one. That one's off. Feidt with the corral of the rebound. So there's the cross match. Jaenke will be on Whitehouse on the defensive end. Musial, the corner three is off. Offensive rebound is tipped right to Barrington for the easy left-hand finish. So they've had a free throw and then 3 left-hand layups.
You talked about Barrington having a big game and Peyton Musial having a big game, and they've got 5 of the opening 7.
That'll work. Pass inside to Feidt, fouled, couldn't get it to go down.
It's a tough, that's not a lot of contact underneath. We're right underneath that hoop.
Coach Rohde did not like the call. That's going to go against Barrington, so I'll be her first.
Not a lot of contact there, but a foul's been called, so we're going to go with it. And that sends Feidt to the free throw line. She's now 1 of 3 on the game, and make it 2 of 4.
That is 47% free throw shooter is Alaina Feidt.
Now she's right there, 50% so far in the game.
Almost a zone look, the way that we can kind of see it from our perspective. Here's a White House. Couldn't get the 3. Musial's going to take the offensive board. They're almost playing a drop coverage. Barrington couldn't make him pay from the corner.
They have
elected to let her shoot so
yeah,
far.
well, they've elected to let the Tritons fire up some shots from the outside. They've gotten the first shot missed. It's kind of been that offensive reload that has killed them so far in the early going.
Feight's going to tee up a 3. A little bit strong, and a offensive foul. That's going to go against Lauren Rysop. That's her first.
Yeah, so kind of a tit-for-tat foul there on the exchange. Rysop there picks up her first. Not much there to it.
Alaina Kruger just checked in for the Foxes. Number 13 in that reddish maroon. Pass was tipped and stolen by Rysop. Now it's stolen back. Feita's got it. She's going to pull up. She was fouled. Let's see how many free throws. Looks like it's going to be just 2.
So Rysop picks up her second, team third. That'll get Lauren Mavrich up off the bench.
She just checked out a minute ago.
Yep.
She checked out for Kruger, so they're going with the really thin bench so far.
A couple folks checking in. Chad Molesky checking in, says go Tritons. Captain Schmidt, Lisa Schmidt checking in, go Tritons as well. There's the FEL squad. Wally Walzine, go Tritons. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. We'll pop them up as the game goes along. Katie McHugh checking in. Chicago still repping the Tritons. Down there in the Windy City, we love Coach Timmy. Cole Conrad again out there in the big village of Sobieski.
Feita 1 for 2 from the charity stripe. That's some good pressure from White House on Jaenke. She gets it across the timeline. Makes her move, kicks it out. Meyer didn't want the 3, goes inside and scores.
Nice little left-hand floater there from Meyer. She's a freshman, so she wasn't involved in this contest last year. Sometimes freshmen don't know what they don't know.
They're definitely glad to have her this year. She's been a good player for them. That pass is thrown into the scores table.
That's a rare turnover for the Tritons where they just rifle that one out of bounds.
Yeah. So 8-4 the score. After that fast start, it slowed down a bit. 12:40 to go. Trying to split through 2. Jaenke couldn't find any space. Ball was dribbled off of Meyer's foot, and it goes out of bounds. Trying to identify the defense here. It's kind of like I said earlier, kind of a zone look from the Foxes. Musial, nice wraparound pass, but White House couldn't control it.
It chased Feita over the top of the screen there, which was interesting. So I almost wonder if it's more of a box and one on Feita, which is an interesting approach. I don't disagree. Feita kind of runs the rides for the Tritons.
Gresh had 2 opportunities and missed. Here's Feidt. Jaenke's got it back. Without question, they run the offense through her. We come up under 12 minutes in the first half. Feidt looked like she was ready to jump that.
Well, already, Dom, I have to say we're a little deeper into the playoffs, and we're a little shorter on the bench for the Tritons.
That's exactly right.
We're still at the first 5 here with 11:40 left to go in the opening half.
No substitutions.
No.
Tough finish inside. Jaenke with the stride in the lane. Gets her first 2. And the lead is cut to 2. Barrington, they keep leaving her open. A little bit gun shy that time. Missed a couple early, so you got to wonder about her confidence. That's a D3 from Gresh. Musial with the board.
Yeah. More or less, I'm seeing a triangle and 2 now, is what I'm seeing out there from the Foxes.
Pure stroke from downtown, Peyton Musial.
So I got the Foxes playing a triangle and 2. They're in that triangle and kind of going minus on Gresh and Feidt.
Meyer looking for some room. They keep wanting to post up Feidt in the lane, maybe trying to take advantage of a height mismatch. Barrington, good hustle play there, gets on the floor, dives on it. Feidt with the left, wild shot over the rim. Empty trip, there's a long outlet pass. She's got to finish. Oh my goodness!
Whoa! P-Money out of nowhere swatted that one in the front row to the bleachers. My goodness.
Chanting her inner LeBron James with the chase down.
We going into spring break and P-Money starting a block party.
Oh goodness gracious. That is one for SportsCenter.
Still 11-6, 10:26 left to go on the clock.
That all happened in record-breaking time there. My goodness.
And now we got Barrington on Jaenke. And she's going to pick up her second foul there.
Tritons foul number 1, Hope Barrington, her second, team's 3rd foul.
So 3rd team foul on the Tritons.
Molly Caribou checking in, cheering for Emily Jaenke. So there we got some FEL squad in the house. We appreciate you checking in, Molly.
So Hannah Greisen just checked in for the Tritons. Barrington able to finish. Tough finish from Barrington in transition, and here is Greisen on the defensive end. Sydney Whitehouse is set to check right back in. We'll see who it comes in for. Jaenke on Barrington, step back 3, pure.
Jaenke up to 5 now on the night. 13-9 lead for the Tritons.
Clean stroke from downtown. Feidt, speaking of downtown, got it. Right back at ya. Feidt with the triple.
And the game high 6 so far.
They got to get it across half court, and a timeout's called.
It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take them with them. You're watching W7, presented by the Pat Connaughton Foundation and powered by Jolly Good Soda. They put the pop in Wisconsin. We'll be right back.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Back here at Ashwaubenon, 9:18 on the opening half clock. Tritons 16, Foxes 9. It's been a back and forth battle. A couple of big plays from both squads. Biggest play so far of the first half is that block by Peyton Musial.
That was extremely impressive. She got up there to swat that one into the stands. Lauren Rysop working on Feidt. Feidt with a takeaway. It's going to slow it up. Musial's in the corner, has other ideas. She pops the 3 and knocks it down. So we talked about Peyton Musial in the open. She's had a fantastic first half.
She's now got the game high 9.
Savannah Charon just came into the game. She's number 12. She just had it up top. Here's Jaenke working on Whitehouse. Knocked away and a foul called, much to the chagrin of the Notre Dame bench.
Well, we got a moment. I'm going to pop in the comments here. Charlie Feidt checking in, cheering on number 20. That is Alaina Feidt. Man from Minneapolis. He says, let's go Foxes. That one thrown right into the hands of Gresh.
That was easy pickings there. Musial, they're just going to leave her open, I guess. That's a bad idea. That one's going to rim out. Hannah Grice, an offensive board. Feidt, that's another person you don't want to leave open. Whitehouse, another offensive board. That might be the announcer's jinx there. Last couple of threes for two really good shooters.
Well, with that triangle and 2, there's lots of opportunities to crash that offensive board, and that's what we're seeing so far.
Grice in the fake, and she was held on her way to the rim. That goes against Feidt.
David Kim checking in from Clearmont, Florida. We appreciate that, David. Another one from Florida, this time from Sarasota. Jeremy Foss.
Hopefully all
Linda
of you...
Ziesler cheering on the Grand East Hope. All of her teammates. Sacramento, California.
Hopefully all of you are experiencing some nicer weather than we are here. I checked in when I walked in today. It's about 25 degrees. That's a Wisconsin March for you. Out of bounds, it'll be Fox's ball.
Wow, we got a moment of substitution. We definitely got to shout this one out. Absolutely. Clarissa Stella Starry. She's been the star of the postseason for us, doing the camera work for both the regional games and now sectional, doing a phenomenal job. Couldn't do it without her. That's for sure.
Without question. We greatly appreciate her help in all this. Here's Jaenke. Whitehouse still on her. Looking for an opening. A little tiptoe catch from Rysop on the sideline. She gets it back. Peyton Musial's on her. Looked to go inside. Couldn't find Maya Lauberger, who just came in for the Foxes at that last timeout. Still looking to get it to her. Can't find her. Good defense this possession. Rysop inside. Floater no good. And Kaya Waldrop, the freshman, had it ripped out of her hands, and now a foul. So they're calling it tight early. So that's going to go against Maya Lohberger. That's her first.
Team 5th.
So now the Foxes go with a bit of a press look of their own. Whitehouse has it. Ryson's left alone with the left. Nice finish.
Greison's first bucket of the night.
I believe that's the first bench points of the night for the Tritons in this game. Here's Rysop in the corner. Not a whole lot open in their half-court sets. They go inside. Here's Lohberger. Jaenke clapped for it. Gresh is right on her. Takes her baseline, kicks it. That's out of bounds. It'll be Triton ball.
(21-9) and Gresh held scoreless in the first half so far. Just 5 from Jaenke.
It's been the, if you want to call them role players, I guess you could. They're a nice pass inside. Count it, and the foul. Kaya Waldrop, the freshman, inside.
Let's see who this goes on.
So to your point, the quote-unquote stars have been held in check. A lot of great individual performances so far. And speaking of great individual performers, here's one right here, the freshman, Kaya Waldrop at the free throw line, gets it to go. That barely hit the net. Timeout, Foxes.
We'll take it with him. You're watching W7, presented by the Pat Connaughton Foundation and powered by Jolly
The
Good Soda.
inception of my foundation started with clinics. I went to clinics growing up as a kid, learned how to shoot, dribble, pass. What we try to do at the PCF with our clinics is make sure that we teach that next level of skills and habits that translate far beyond the court. The hard work, the teamwork, the discipline, working together with their teammates who they just met. Having fun while going through adversity. For me, it's some of the things that I enjoy most on a yearly basis is being a part of those clinics, being able to see a kid walk in on day 1 and walk out on day 3, having some friends that they've made for life. Those moments, I think, are what are really going to inspire these kids to be able to go on and accomplish things, whether it's on the court or off the court. To learn more about our clinics or to take part in our clinic, whether it's Wisconsin or Massachusetts, be sure to visit our website, www.patconnaughtonfoundation.org/events.
Well, back here at a timeout. It's a 24-9 lead for the Tritons. Just over 6 minutes left to go.
Look at that ball pressure. They get it across to Lauren Maverick. She has it right now. Meyer looking to go baseline. Pass was tipped by Whitehouse. Here comes Feidt in transition. Now they'll slow things up. Bounce pass inside. Wall drop, good catch. Gets it back. Saves the possession. Everybody touching the ball on this possession down the floor for the Tritons.
So here on this, they do go box and one.
How deep was that from Feidt? A little bit short. Waldrop's going to wrestle it out of there. Now Greisen is going to be fouled on the other side of the rim. That goes against Emily Jaenke. And Hannah Greisen will be at the free throw line. She's played some good minutes in this first half for them. Couldn't get the first free throw to go, but a 78% free throw shooter on the season. Looks like we're going to have a substitution. Gracie Gresh is at the scores table.
Wasn't there in time, apparently, or maybe she's getting the shooter.
Sure is. Hannah Greisen will check out. She played a handful of minutes there, gave him some really good bench minutes for Sarah Rohde. So Jaenke looking to inbound here. Rysop's got it. Here comes a double team. Cross court skip. Over to Meyer. Jaenke's got it. She's got that kind of range. Whitehouse is right up in her grill. Corner 3 is up and off from Maverick. And Waldrop will chase down the rebound. Here comes Feidt. Usual to fake. The drive, kicks it out. Whitehouse now has it. They'll set things up. Whitehouse left alone. She'll take the opening. Drives, high off the glass, no good. Waldrop another rebound, and she'll have another shot at the free throw line.
Fox Valley Lutheran foul number 23, Emily Jaenke.
So that's going to go against Jaenke again. So that's the last 2 possessions. She's picked up fouls. Waldrop a 38% free throw share. She doesn't get there very often. Able to knock down the first. Second one is good. That looked closer to 90% free throw shooter there. They get it in a fight. You just came back in. Now Meyer's going to run the point. Feidt takes it away. They got a 2-on-1 if they want it. Waldrop the easy finish. She's starting to get things going offensively, and the lead is up to 20. Jaenke looking for some room, and there is none there. Crosses over, kicks it. Myers got it in the corner, and a foul on the Tritons. It'll stay Fox's ball. So here they call this on. It was away from the play.
Right side foul number 13,
That's going to go against Kaya Waldrop. That's her first foul.
Well, with everybody that was involved in the play, it's one that you can afford to get a foul on for the Tritons.
We'll see how long her leash is as far as minutes go. She's played really well in the first half. We're under 4 minutes left. We'll see how much longer they want to run her in there. Rice off the drive, lost it on her way, and a foul is going to go against, I believe, Peyton Musial. And if not, it's going to go against Feidt.
That's going to go on Feidt.
Yeah, you could tell her facial reaction when she saw it was her. She was in disbelief.
Yeah, so she picks up her second.
Looks like they're going to go with Paige DeMullen.
So a real opportunity here now for the Foxes. Feidt on the bench.
They've held Gresh in check so far. Feidt has it inside. Waldrop right up into her. Tough fade. Couldn't get it. Musial the rebound. Here come the Tritons the other way. Looking to extend this lead. Cross-court skip. There's a three. Bang!
Oh. That net didn't move, buddy.
You might need to start calling her playoff P the way she's been playing the last couple of games.
I tell you what, I think she watched our Living Legend video, and she wants to be one here.
She's definitely carving a name out for herself. Dish in the corner. Whitehouse didn't want it.
You got to think you got to find her right now.
Yeah. She is, to quote Mark Jones, hotter than fish grease right now.
Sandra Toff checking in, cheering on the Tritons one by one. Absolutely, Sandra.
Here comes a double team.
At least Sandra's checking in from a cold weather climate. I appreciate that. I don't like all these, we're watching from Florida, California, and it's all warm.
I know. Next person's going to be from Puerto Rico, probably.
All right. Well, 32-9. This one's kind of gone the same way as the last one. A year ago today when they matched up, it was a 53-16 victory for the Tritons.
Nothing opening up offensively right now for the Foxes. They'll continue to swing it around, fight inside. Lost it. DeMullen comes up with it. It's looking inside. Whitehouse retreats to the three-point line. Being very patient, not letting it fly early. DeMullen couldn't get the three to go. Gresh tapped it out. Keep the possession alive. Musial's up top. You got to get a hand up on her the way she's been playing. Gresh. Rebound taken by Rice up.
Waldrop might have got away with her second.
Musial with some good defense. Cutting off that baseline. Rice up can't find anything. Skip over to Brooklyn Blob.
$1:45 to go here, opening half. Fox has got to start thinking about trying to cut into this with a little more sense of urgency.
Foul on Rice up as she was driving in. She'll head to the free throw line. Yeah, and we don't have the exact number in front of us, but they've been stuck at 9 points for a while. I think I heard that correctly. That's the 7th team foul on the Tritons. So 1-and-1 bonus shot. Riceop puts it down.
It was. Musial picked up her first, 7th on the team.
Riceop hits 2 out of every 3 free throws she takes. Hits a pair there. Once again with this triangle zone, maybe a bit more sturdy on the man-to-man defense here a little bit. Cross-court skip, Musial, she's been hot. Couldn't get that one. Whitehouse offensive rebound. Feidt's got it. She's having to fight her way to keep the ball. 2-on-1 for the Foxes. Jaenke didn't put it up right away. They go inside. Feidt, tough catch. And she walked with it. Another turnover for the Foxes and a substitution as Maya Loberger will come in for Alaina Feidt.
Yeah, you can hear Coach Cerroti saying, move the ball, work the ball.
Yeah.
They're kind of in this box and one here on Gresh.
Trying to post up, wall drop inside, couldn't find her. Angel rejects the screen, drives it baseline, cut off. DeMullen has to regather it. We have about 40 seconds left in the first half. What a pass underneath. DeMullen with the easy finish. We're under 30 seconds to go. Rysop's got it. Gresh on her. Skip, lob, drives it, cut off. Jaenke's got it, watched by Whitehouse. She's got to get going if they want to get any sort of a rally going.
They might not get a shot off
They're
here.
down to 3 seconds, down to 2, down to 1. I think Whitehouse blocked it.
Yeah, and it was clean. It was clean as it could be right in front of us. 34-11, we head to the halftime break. You're watching W7 presented by the Pat Connaughton Foundation and powered by Jolly Good Soda. Just a reminder, it's time to join the Buckle Up Phone Down movement. The Wisconsin Department of Transportation challenges all Wisconsin drivers to put safety first by taking the 2 most important actions to prevent or survive a crash. Use your seatbelt on every trip, put down the phone when driving, buckle up and phone down on every trip, every time. We'll be back 9.5 minutes. We'll put a fresh 18 on the clock, see if the Foxes can cut into the lead. You're watching W7.
While we started with clinics at the PCF, what we grew into and it's become a mainstay for us are courts, Connaughton courts. We realized that a clinic has an impact for 1, 2, 3 days. A court has an impact for 365 days a year. I was a product of a community center, Fidelity House back home, in which the court was utilized for everything. We want to continue to find places like Fidelity House to partner with, to the point where these courts are providing a safe place for these kids to play. They're providing a place for these kids to learn from mentors, coaches, volunteers that will impact them far beyond the playing surface. We've been fortunate to partner with places like Og Prep, St. Marcus, and Neighborhood House that really preach the values that we take pride in at the PCF. They can develop these habits that will attribute to their success in the years to come. Visit www.patconnaughtonfoundation.org/courts.
Mike Arceau just has nothing but praise for these 2 young ladies, saying, look, when we came in here and we tore this program down, we had to rebuild. These were the 2 seniors who stuck it through their first year when he and Connor, the regime, took over. And everybody else basically went by the wayside and said, it's too tough. I don't want to do this.
So Dakota, senior this year, what's that like as far as, as you kind of go through the season this year? I mean, a lot of laughs, but, a lot of great memories too.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of great things happening, but then you get to a point where you realize that, like, oh, I'm never going to play them again, or like,
Right.
this is my last time seeing that player, or being on the floor with some of these kids, and it's just like, whoa.
Boy, what a great pass.
Beautiful pass from Creaser there.
Just being able to play for somebody that's completely different than who you are, so like you don't have to put all of that on yourself, and like so you're putting in 100% effort for somebody that you love just as much. Like I said, like my best friend, my parents, like I just want them to always know that, and like they won't ever hear it until they watch the video and stuff, but like I'm extremely proud of them, and like I play for them every single night, and I couldn't ask for a better team.
No. No.
I got this one, okay? I'm mic'd up. What's your name? Sam. Sam says hi.
Well, Dom, some first half numbers for our viewers. 11 first half points for the Foxes. Much like last year at this time, the Tritons held them to 16 in the game. So they've got to be feeling a little bit better. Hey, we got 11 at the break, but not much to go around. 5 from Jaenke, 2 from Meyer, 2 from Feidt, and 2 from Resop. Just 3 field goals in the opening half. couple 2-point field goals and a 3-pointer from Jaenke, which I believe was the last field goal with about 10 minutes to go on the opening half clock.
Yeah.
4 or 6 from the free throw line were the Foxes from the charity stripe. Meanwhile, balanced scoring attack for the Tritons of Notre Dame. 34 first half points, 12 from Peyton Musial, one of your players to watch in this game.
Absolutely.
7 from Waldrop, a little bit of a surprise. 6 from Feidt, 4 from Barrington, and 3 from Greisen. So it took a while for the Tritons to go to the bench, but once they did, they've got 10 points of the opening 34 off the bench in Waldrop with 7, Greisen with 3. Both of them playing big factors defensively and on the offensive boards down low. 7 2-point field goals for the Tritons, 3 triples, all of them belonging to P Money or Playoff P, and 6 and 9 from the charity stripe were the Tritons. We're going to put a fresh 18 on the clock. It's a 23-point lead here for the Tritons. FVL has battled back from some deficits against the Good Freedom squad, also against West Appear, so this one's far from over. So we got a fresh 18, and we'll send it back to Don D'Angelo with the play-by-play of the second half.
Appreciate it, Connor. Here's Whitehouse in the corner, so they're again going with that drop zone coverage look. That might change really quick. Barrington from the free throw line knocks down a jumper.
That'll change your mind out of the halftime break.
So Lauren Rysop running point. She played some big minutes in the first half. Barely came out, if at all. Nice pass inside and Feidt with the finish.
So she's up to 4, her first field goal of the game.
Foxes are seriously packing the lane. Looks like Musial was open on the weak side. Feidt is going to try a 3 and hit it. Didn't knock down too many in the first half, so that's going to be a good sign for Feidt getting that 3 to fall. Here's Jaenke. She's got to get going if they want to get back into this game.
Now they got Feidt on her, so that's the 3rd Triton I've seen on Jaenke. So Coach Rohde and her staff really switching it up.
A host of different defenders on her without question. Cross court skip. Here's Maverick.
Well, a kid like that, that's what you got to do, because she'll take a possession or two, kind of feel out the defensive scheme, feel out how you're playing her, and she'll make the adjustment and then beat you off the dribble or from the outside. So changing up the looks, it keeps her uncomfortable.
Definitely something that Coach Rohde has made a living off of, playing mind games, even if these kids are only in high school. Barrington in the lane, goes up, she's hacked. She'll have 2 free throws.
All right, we got a quick break. Message from the Pat Connaughton Foundation. The foundation exists to inspire and motivate young athletes to put their dreams into action, whatever their dreams may be. Captained by the Milwaukee Bucks champion Pat Connaughton, the organization is focused on making a positive impact on the hearts, minds, and futures of young athletes, making the sport of basketball accessible to kids across the world.
Big shout out to Pat. And speaking of the Bucks, they're on a roll. They can't seem to lose these days either. So always great to have the Pat Connaughton Foundation as support. 2-for-2 trip from Barrington. Here comes a double team. Now Gresh is going to be called for a foul. They've been calling it tight.
They have. It's fair. They've stayed consistent.
They have. That's what, going into every game, I always ask of an officiating crew is call it both ways and be consistent when you do that. So I'm not too mad about that one, considering the couple of fouls that have been called on the other end of the floor. So it's been a very tightly called game, but also a very efficient one, I would say at that. And that's an air ball from Feidt. Whitehouse tracks it down. Feidt with a touchdown pass. Barrington couldn't finish, had it blocked. Usual fakes. Whitehouse is left open, didn't want the 3. Keeps swinging it around.
Playoff P over here right in front of us.
They leave her alone.
No.
Gresh the offensive board. She got blocked by Feidt on her way up. And they get it out. Here comes Rice up.
We got a lot of games on the NFHS network. I don't have a subscription to that, unfortunately. So I can't get into some of these games and some of these updates. I'm going to try to dig around one way or another. If you got any updates on any other games, let us know. I would love to provide them along the way. Diane Siski checking in, says go FEL. Fox is battling hard here to the end.
Feidt traveled on the other end, so that's why the turnover occurred. Gresh has it. Not a lot of big numbers in the scoring column from her, but there's a person who made up for that without question. Hope Barrington misfires on the 3. Feidt with the spin, the left, and the finish. That was a kind rim. That thing was rolling like a snowball.
Well, I was in here early setting up, and the boys were dunking. Softening up those rims a little bit.
There you go. That might be the key. If you want to get some soft rims, nice pass inside. And Alaina Kruger with the finish. If you want to get some soft rims, have the boys varsity squad come out and start putting on a dunk contest for you.
So that was Krieger's first 2 of the night.
She's got it down here. Here's Feidt inside, working on Whitehouse. Couldn't finish it. Gresh with the rebound, looking to push. Lost it, had to save it, knocked away. Kruger comes up with the steal. And now a travel is called on Grace Meyer.
The pressure is just relentless. You know, I was talking to Rev before the game, and I said, just you have a key or 2 of the game. He goes, we're going to have to handle the pressure. And he goes, it never stops. It keeps coming, and we're prepared for it, but we're just not going to know until we see it.
Just watching him on the sidelines, he may be as calm a coach I've ever seen.
Well, you win 300-plus games. Might even be 500. He's seen it all. He's been through some battles.
That's without question. Foul goes against Kruger. So Trista Feidt will be at the free throw line. Feidt about a 63% free throw shooter. First one short. That's one thing to kind of keep your eye on as we keep marching in March. Second free throw's good. The Tritons not a particularly great free throw shooting team. Gresh leads them at 81%. But other than that, you got a lot of mid-70s, some high 60s. We talked earlier, Kyle Waldrop, as it sits right now, is about 38. That might go up after this as Feidt finishes inside. So Fox is starting to get some baskets now. Having some trouble finding some stops. But they've already surpassed that number that they scored in the game last year. They're at 17. They scored 16 in the entire game last year, so definitely some improvement from this team. Pass inside, Waldrop is fouled.
Late whistle. Get to some more comments here. Lori checking in, says, awesome to see the Lady Tritons go get them. Absolutely. Cole Conrad cheering on Hannah Greising, Gracie Gresh all the way out there from Sobieski. Scott Miles cheering on the Tritons. Bruce and Gwen all the way from Seattle. Rainy Seattle.
There you go. That's some weather that can rival us. Maybe not as cold, but definitely do so. Savannah Charon just checked in for the Foxes. Timeout called by Coach Rohde.
It'll be a 30-second timeout. We will keep it here send it into the huddles, and we'll hear a message from the WIAA. When you're faced with a challenge, how you respond determines the real winners. Real Mutual believes there's something more important than just winning or losing a game. They believe that the team, school, and fans who support their athletes with dignity and class are the true champions. Real Mutual is the proud sponsor of the WIAA Real Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Award since it started in 1965. From basketball to hockey to wrestling and gymnastics, the award recognizes more than team sportsmanship. It recognizes that sportsmanship matters in your community as well. Visit realmutual.com/WIAA and see how our team and your community can work together to be true champions. See, Dom, you get paid the big bucks to do the play-by-play, and I got to do all the housekeeping around here for free.
They give you the cleanup pretty much.
Well, 45-17, just under 13 minutes left to go here, second half. Sectional semifinal Thursday.
There's Feidt inside, facing a double team, went up, I think had it blocked. Gresh coming the other way. Hot pass inside, Musial to finish with the left. That is her strong side, so maybe not as difficult, and now a foul on Feidt. So we said they're calling it tight. That's going to be her third, I believe.
You know, as frustrating maybe as a player, but as a maybe a little bit as a coaching staff, but you like to see it. You know what? Now let's learn how to play with 3 fouls here in a sectional semifinal.
Absolutely. Gresh with the steal, Feidt, little room service, and an easy finish. All sorts of pressure from this Triton bunch. Ball's lofted in the air, and a timeout is called. I don't think you can do that. He called a timeout when the ball was loose. I'd have to check the rule book. I don't think that's quite how that works.
Yeah, that's a tough one. It's a full timeout. We will take it with him. You're watching W7, presented by the Pat Connaughton Foundation and powered by Jolly Good Soda. Here's some good times if you're a Triton fan.
If you don't know W7, you don't know Notre Dame girls basketball. I'm Sylvia Pitchka. And I'm Charlie Apple. And W7 is for girls. I'm gonna soak up the sun.
Well, back here, it's a 49-17 Triton lead. FEL bailed out by the timeouts. So they'll have the ball coming out of the timeouts. And a great reminder that a great opportunity exists for people who enjoyed sports as participants and would like to give back to the game that means so much to them. Become a high school game official gives you the opportunity to get involved, get in shape, and help teach the game to young people. Signing up is easy. To become a WIAA licensed official, go online at WIAAwisconsin.org and apply to become a licensed official. A message from W7 Productions and the WIAA, keeping education in sports.
Jaenke just threw it to nobody in particular. Another turnover. Grace Myers going to come back in for the Foxes. Also at that last timeout, Hannah Greisen and Kaya Waldrop came in for the Tritons. They both played some really good, strong minutes in the first half. Musial left open in the corner. Feidt. Got it. Rattles home a 3. So Feidt starting to percolate a little bit.
She's starting to get on one of those state championship game takeover moments.
Pass was tipped by Musial, facing 2, and is fouled hard. She'll have 2 free throws. That's a good playoff foul there. Some physical basketball fouls going to go against Meyer. So only the first foul on her, so foul trouble's not a concern at the moment for Grace Meyer. Musial at the free throw line. We'll give it to her, 70% free throw shooter.
Do me a favor, if you're a Triton fan, hit that little bell, hit subscribe and hit that little bell, and you'll be notified on Saturday when we go live with what should be sectional final basketball and a trip back to the Resch on the line.
Long outlet pass, and a foul is called. And you can rarely say this. Coach Brody was the most calm person on the bench when that happened.
No. Sarah is always the calm one. You got to watch out for them. You got to watch out for the assistants.
That's true.
Yeah. With love. I say that with love.
Absolutely.
And the reason why I say it is because they are active, they love, and they will stand up for their kids.
Without question.
Until the final whistle.
That's a sign of a good program. Whenever you see that.
So unable to get either.
Whitehouse has it, inside wall drop, tough catch, still fighting for it. Jaenke comes away with the loose ball.
So Gresh on the bench, we'll see how long she stays there.
Jaenke dancing with it, couldn't find an opening. Feit's got it, back to Jaenke in the corner. Still looking for an opening. Man, they're like playing catch all the way across the court. Feidt inside, banks it home. They were throwing that thing around like a baseball in the backyard, all the way across the court, each three-point line, and Feidt the beneficiary with the two inside. Feidt of the drive, stops. So now I think they're going more man-to-man defense here. Whitehouse, the corner pop, got it.
Whitehouse's first three of the night.
It's got to be a good sign if she can get that shot going from downtown. They go in the corner before they go into Feidt, and that thing was swatted off the back of the backboard. She's having a good laugh about it.
Yeah, so 9:50 left to go here in this one.
Here's Musial in the corner. They go into Whitehouse. She just hit a three on the last possession. Steps through
nice
two and
move.
gets two.
Nice move, Sydney Whitehouse.
That was an old-fashioned scoop shot. Split through two defenders and banked it home. Here comes a double team, and Jaenke's able to control it. Corner three is an air ball thrown up by Feidt. Ball is still loose, knocked around. Let's see who they give it to. I believe it's going to stay with FVL. So 9:15 to go. It is a 39-point deficit. Nope, that's not right. No, wait, that is right. I can't do math, apparently.
Yeah, it's 39. Well, I hope your mom's not listening, because that's not a good sign for your math test you took today, young fella.
Yeah, definitely not.
Greisen all alone.
Nice finish inside from Greisen. And now, if my math is correct, it's 41.
There you go. Now we're looking up. You might have got a B on the test.
I'm thinking a nice comfy C+ if the way the first answer that I gave went. Here comes Feidt in transition. Count it, and the foul. Chance for the old school three-point play for Trista Feidt. Foul goes against Laura Mobrich. That is her first and the 5th team foul. And we are now in running clock territory.
I got 13 for Feidt of this half. Unofficially.
Free throw is short. Jaenke comes in with the rebound.
Under 8 to play. Well, Saturday it's looking like we're headed to Oshkosh, my friend. Oshkosh North, I believe, is Oshkosh West will be the host. Where it's scheduled for right now, a 1:30 tip-off, the winner of Grafton and Cedarburg. A lot of people expected Beaver Dam, but they got knocked out. on Saturday afternoon.
Usual kept that inbounds. Feidt's on the ground fighting for it. Ball is still loose. They got a 3-on-1, and Waldrop lost it out of bounds, and they just now blew the whistle. That was kind of delayed, but
it really ended up. We ended up with no lead official. Kind of got tied up in the scrum.
Couple substitutions for each side. So we're under 7 minutes to go. Started off pretty close, and then from, like you said, about that 10-minute mark in the first half, there's a push shot good from Jaenke. Notre Dame just took control and did not give it back. Barrington fakes, goes up, and couldn't finish, but she'll get another shot at the free throw line. She's been busy from there tonight.
Foxes foul number 4, Lauren Resop. Her third team.
It's going to go against Lauren Resop.
Yeah, I mean, I've got Jaenke just with 7, including the last bucket there. Of course, my stats unofficial.
They've done a great job on her, that's for sure. Not a lot of shot attempts on top of points. First free throw is good from Barrington.
Kaylee Whitehouse checking in, says go Sid. Roll Tritons all the way from Nebraska. Let us know when the next snowstorm rolls through there, my friend. Kaylee Whitehouse out in Nebraska.
I've got some family in Nebraska, so good to get some viewers from there.
There you go. Update the scoreboard, 63-19.
Feidt nearly came up with a steal. Barrington now wrestling for it. Feidt's got it all alone. Easy finish. So Feidt has had a sensational second half as a couple younger Tritons, it looks like. Looks like that's Destiny Webster over at the scorer's table, and a travel is called. Savannah Shuren, and I believe they called number 10, Riley Pink, who just came in. Destiny Webster comes in, Morgan Goki comes in, so some young guns for this Triton squad.
Well, we'll do it for SGL. I don't think some of their seniors out there will get another run. Emily Jaenke, Maya Lohberger, Savannah Sharon.
They had a great season, and unfortunately it looks like it's going to come to an end here. They had a sensational season, 23-3. Goki for 3, couldn't get it. Barrington, the offensive board, splits through 2, she'll get fouled. 23-3, 16-2 in conference. They won 5 straight coming into today, and just getting to sectionals at the high school level is definitely something to be proud of there. So another successful year for them without question. Another season looks like it's going to come to an end at the hand of Notre Dame. Kaya Waldrop's going to check back in. Nope, never mind. She's for the shooter. 66-21. Second free throw is good for Barrington. Now she'll get a nice ovation from the Triton crowd.
The lone senior, Hope Barrington. Another senior in there, Riley Pink, Alexis Appleton for FEL. So they're getting their last run out here, sectional semifinal. Big kudos and a shout out to the FEL student section. They showed up in force tonight. They were standing, they are still standing.
They did.
Just not really much to get into the game about, unfortunately for them.
Yeah.
But big shout out to them for showing up and showing out.
Short jumper is no good from Lohberger, offensive board, and looks like Savannah Sharon will have 2 free throws. Foul's going to go against Webster. So the Foxes have been sitting at 21 for a little bit there. We got to update that. Free throw is off.
Sorry, I've now really gone to multitasking.
It's all right. That's all right.
Trying to surf the web for some scores, different things, trying to find games that aren't on NFHS Network.
Second free throw is also off. See, that's what is so great about us. I'm here to do the play-by-play, and you make everything look and sound a whole lot better than if I was trying to run this myself. So,
yeah, we try. And as we head down the stretch, just a reminder, milk has been building champions for centuries. Why? Research shows that milk builds pregame muscle, and low-fat chocolate milk restores post-game muscle for athletes. Like few other beverages, that's why pro players know they're going to need milk. On the fast break, nice little right hand there by Paige DeMullen. I didn't have to look up on that. I just could see the reflection of DeMullen's shoes.
Of her shoes, yeah.
Streaking down the floor. I'm like, that's Paige DeMullen. There's no second questioning that. Of course, stick around after the game for our Pat Connaughton Foundation Player of the Game interview.
That three from Maya Lobiger was banked in. Do you get an extra point if you call bank? I don't know if she did or not.
There you go. I like Eric's comment there. Pop this one up.
Hey, there you go.
Hasn't come through on my end, but it's Eric Page Buckets DeMullen.
Inside, wall drop, and in. Nice pass inside. Kaya Waldrop with the finish. And now it looks like a lot of the young guns for the Tritons, a lot of freshmen are going to get a couple seconds to check in here, and a cool moment for them without question. See if they actually get to run the length of the floor, as the clock is now stopped at just over 20 seconds.
So an and one opportunity coming here. Kyle Waldrop looking to complete the three-point play.
Free throw good. So 15 seconds left in this one. Three-pointer is off, rebound knocked around. See if they shoot it or not. They're down to 5 seconds. Ball is loose. Charlie King is on the floor. She comes up with it, and that is
Might have got away with the travel and a little 1-2 step. Speaking of a little 1-2 step, the Tritons will continue to dance. They will dance down to Oshkosh West on Saturday. A 1:30 tip. We will schedule to go live at 1 p.m. Stick around for our Pat Connaughton Foundation Player of the Game interview coming up next. Immediately found the conclusion of this one. Thank you for tuning in. It was a dandy. Notre Dame Tritons 69 and the Foxes of FVL 24. The Tritons are headed back to sectional final Saturday. No better day in high school sports than that sectional final Saturday, except for state championship Saturday. You've been watching W7 presented by the Pat Connaughton Foundation and powered by Jolly Good Soda. Coming up next, our Pat Connaughton Foundation Player of the Game interview. Stick around. Whoa.
Yes, look at this.
I mean, geez.
Y'all got enough phones? I think one's good.
All righty. We are back with our Pat Connaughton Foundation player of the game. It's the freshman, Kaya Waldrop. Sometimes you don't know what you don't know as a freshman, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so we were talking about in pregame, some kids that were going to have to step up. And your name kind of came up in the pregame. We didn't know that you were going to come off the bench, have 7 in the first half, and then add another 4 in the second half. I mean, took a while to get going, but once you guys got going, it was all hands on deck.
Yeah. It was really just, I think, on offense, definitely, we just needed to be more patient and just swing it and look for the openings because I feel like we're missing them a lot, but otherwise our defense was just fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, defensively, you battled against a great kid, a senior in Alaina Feidt. What was that like going up against her all night? Actually, she's just a 24, so she's just a junior.
Well, honestly, it was good competition because I think the only other, really good competition that I've had was when we played Verona, number 12, I think.
Yep.
Paige, I think her name is.
Paige
but
Stremlow, yeah.
Yeah, I think those two are definitely one of the top competitions that I've played against.
Well, I tell you what, I mean, honestly, it's funny you go back to that because I did that game back at the Kettle Moraine tournament. I was like, okay, we graduated a kid in Sarah Hardwick. Who's going to fill Sarah's shoes? In steps Kaya Waldrop. Like, okay, they're going to be just as good, if not better. Kaya's holding their own in there against an all-state senior, and you're just a freshman. Talk to me, how'd you get the name Drip Drop?
Honestly, I didn't really have a nickname for me, so then I was like, Olivia, I need you to come up with a name with me, and that, I don't know, randomly came to her mind, so it's kind of stuck now.
Last game, she dropped that in the comments, so we got Drip Drop. Well, hey, congratulations on another win. I mean, it's now in the sectional finals. Tritons are back there. You're there now as first time on the team as a freshman. Talk to me a little bit what it's like playing with this junior and Hope Barrington kind of, she's a senior, but kind of part of that group that's really sustained the success of the program.
Honestly, it's amazing because they know the game so well and they just always know what to do. And even when they're having an off game, they just always find a way to contribute to the game and just have a good time.
Absolutely. You don't spend a lot of time over on the bench, but what's it like with you got the Campbell sisters? I mean, the coaching staff is phenomenal. You just got to soak up all the knowledge that they got over there, huh?
Yeah, they're just amazing. They know so much, and their energy is just fantastic.
Absolutely. We can see it from here. Well, hey, Kaya Waldrop, our Pat Connaughton Foundation player of the game. We'll see you and the rest of the Lady Tritons on Saturday afternoon. The game's scheduled for Oshkosh West. We'll see if it gets moved or not. But regardless, the Tritons playing for a chance to go back to the Resch just down the road. One more time from Ashwaubenon for Dom D'Angelo, for Kaya Waldrop, Sarah Rohde, and the rest of her Lady Tritons. You've been watching W7 presented by the Pat Connaughton Foundation and powered by Jolly Good Soda. We'll see you on Saturday.